All right, Prime Sports Horse Report. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are through the first four horses of race 7. This is the first of 2 races we're handicapping on this show or on these 2 shows. So let's get right back to the action. So we're going to pick things off where we left off, starting with the 5, Latruska. Latruska is a 5-1 shot. And this is going to be a horse I'm going to put into my exacta. 5-1. Hopefully, I'll get those odds. Ran a 6 the last time out. That was a win. Ran an 8 a couple of races ago. So, considering that we are discounting the favorites in this race, why not go with the 5, Latruska?
Yeah, Latruska's fine. Nothing wrong with this horse. You know, the 11 that she ran 2 starts back, that was the bounce off the 8 with no time off. Now she has a little more time. She's fine. She's 5-1. And certainly a horse which I would use in here.
All right, and my top pick is going to be Pink Sands, a 10-1 shot. Pink Sands is coming. If you take what I like about this horse, it seems that this horse does a much better job at this distance, at 7 furlongs, and because of that, I love the odds. Ran a 6 not too long ago, but I just like the fact that, you know, when I see this horse running a mile and a 16th or higher, 13, 15, 19, moved back to 12, a 7 improvement when he went back to 7 furlongs, then a 6 and an 8 at a mile and a 7 furlongs, then back to 18 in a mile and a 16th race, back to 7 furlongs in this race. I'm getting a good trainer, a good rider, and I'm getting good odds.
And obviously, you're a good student because this is my top selection in the race. And I agree with everything you said. And I like this horse. Not only that, there's a ton of speed in this race. And this horse is a closer. And the race sets up well for her.
All right. Awesome. Race number 7 is Come Dancing, another one of the 3 favorites at 3-1. This horse is a 6-year-old. I think it's the oldest horse in the field. It's coming off a 9 last time out. Last 3 races, 9, 18, and 13 since she ran the 2 last September.
Yeah, but she actually has this out of the 3 favorites in the race, Serengeti Empress, Bellafina, Come Dancing. Come Dancing, to me, has the best shot out of the 3 favorites. Because the 18 that she ran 2 starts back was a 2-turn race at Oaklawn. You certainly could excuse that race. All the sprint races are good. 7-7-2. The 13 last year was a ship to Santa Anita. Then the 18, a 9 last time out. Last year, Saratoga did run a 7. You know, this horse is fine. Right. I like 5, 6, 7 here, and I would key the 6 with the 5 and 7. That's the way I would play the race.
5, 6, 7.
Keying the 6. Come back and key the 6.
All right, and I'm going to go 6 to win in place, and then 6-5 exacta.
Okay, good.
Let's go with the 11, the Travers Stakes. There's only one of a kind every year, and this is it. And we're going to start with the 1 first line. I don't think there's much to talk about here. Best race was last race. That's about it.
Well, the last race, the trainer of this horse has absolutely been on fire.
Yeah.
He won another race or 2 in the last 2 days. So he's batting about 500. However, even if the horse repeats the 10, not going to be good enough. I don't like this horse in this spot.
Okay, the 2 is Country Grammar. This is a 6-1 shot. I mean, one of the things I like about the horse is the last 4 races, you got the 2 12s, followed by the 2 8s. So that could mean we're ready to get a 6 here. Won the Peter Pan last time out at Saratoga, where, of course, he'll be racing. It's a Chad Brown horse, got a good rider, and the odds are pretty good. Obviously, we're trying to, I mean, I guess all things, we're trying to find a partner for Tiz the Law, but any chance Country Grammar can steal the win?
Win? I don't know if she could win, but he certainly has a shot to get in. Listen, he's a young 3-year-old, 5 career races. Each race is better than the previous one. This horse is fine. It's like some other horses in the race.
All right, next up is Uncle Chuck, a 5-2 shot. And this is, I mean, you got Baffert, you got 2 wins in 2 races. This is going to be overpriced, don't you think?
He's going to be overbet is what you probably meant to say.
Yeah, overbet, yes.
Not overpriced, overbet. Overpriced would be good, but he's going to be overbet. Listen, he has 2 races. If not for Baffert, you know, who knows? It's Baffert, and obviously you have to respect him. But here's the problem I have with the horse. the two races that he ran, one race was a 4-horse field, and the other race was a 5-horse field. So what did he do? He beat up on two small fields in Southern California. Can the horse come and run a 5? Absolutely. Would be no surprise. The horse is highly regarded. They paid a lot of money for him, I'm sure. So it's an Uncle Mo. The horse. Listen, the problem with the horse is going to be a clear second choice here.
So this is a Derby contender then, right?
He's a serious Derby contender. Yeah, he's in the top 5 Derby. A lot of these horses are Derby contenders.
All right, next up is Max Player. Max Player is 17th in Derby points. I like the combination Rosario and Linda Rice. This is going to be one of the horses that I'm going to be taking at 6-1. The sheet lines are excellent. 23, 16, 9, and 8. If I can get some forward movement here, I'll be looking good. Third to Tiz the Law at the Belmont. This is the horse that I am going to more than likely try to get in my exacta or trifecta.
That's all right. He's got a shot, but I like other horses.
All right. The 5 is Chivalry, and Chivalry at 30-1 is a horse that I want in my trifecta. Chivalry has been in the money 7 of the last 8 races. If you take a look at the last race, okay, something happened there. I'm going to draw the line through that race. If I do that, last 4 races, 14, 13, 11, 8, second in the Florida Derby to Tiz the Law. So I'm going to hope that this horse can finish second and third again to Tiz the Law and hit my trifecta or exacta.
I think there are better horses in here than this horse.
Tiz the Law's next. Is this horse going to do anything but dominate?
Yeah, this horse he's a couple of points faster or a point faster than some other horses. This horse is fine. Take nothing away.
Yeah, this is one of those favorites that I just don't think that we're going to touch.
Well, he's won 5 out of 6 races. His only bad race was on a wet track at Churchill Downs when he had trouble in that race.
Yep.
So certainly this is the horse to beat. We get
And
that.
the weather tomorrow?
The weather's going to be fine.
Okay.
Now, the next horse up, I'm going to get to talk about first because this is the horse which I'll be playing.
Very nice.
I like the odds of 10-1.
Okay.
I like the fact that he has a race over the track, which is really important. No one else in this race has run over this track with the exception of the one horse. So that's big to me. Not only that, the day he ran, he was extremely wide. That was opening day when he ran, and the inside was definitely the place to be. He's 10-1. He's going to be every bit of 10-1. And to me, listen, is he the most likely winner in the race? No, but he's the horse that offers the most value.
Let's talk about, and this is interesting because, by the way, Country Grammar was the horse that beat Caraco at the Peter Pan. But if we look at that,
the 2 horse ran an 8. We ran a 6.
Yes, okay? That was what I was going to say. And you got 6-1 on Country Grammar, 10-1 on the 7.
Right, and the 7 ran 2 points faster.
Yes.
Why did he run 2 points faster? Because he lost all that ground. So while he's being dismissed in the odds, I'm going to give him credit for it and make him my play here.
And I don't know if you can, but can you explain in just a few words why that is? Why when you lose ground, you gain points?
Yeah, what goes into making the number is weight the horse carries, the wind velocity during the running of the race, how much weight they carried and how much weight they lost, how ground loss. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So for a guy that goes from A to B, never leaving the wood, he could run 2 points slower than someone that's outside him where he's wide and loses that ground.
Okay.
That's why.
All right.
Now that I give you a math lesson as part of our handicapping.
Okay. And the number 8 is South Bend. I don't have anything on South Bend. He will be with William Mott for the first time, coming off his best race, which was a 9.
Yeah, well, there's nothing, if you think a 9's going to win, he's certainly as good as Chivalry, but he's half the price of Chivalry. The trainer change to Mott is fine. It's a neutral move because Stanley Howe is certainly as good as Mott. He doesn't have the horses that Mott has, but he's certainly a great trainer. So recapping the race, I would probably bet the 7 to win in place and take my shot that he runs.
7 to win in place, and obviously the place you probably put a little bit more money on, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe I'll use him in exact. Maybe I'll bet him to win and play him second and exact his
Yeah, that's
decision.
true.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I could do that too. But
I'll
for easy purposes, that's the way I would just recommend the win and placement on.
All right, and then I'm gonna, because I'm all in on Tis the Law of the Six. I'm basically going to play a trifecta with 6, and then 4-5, 6, and 5-4, and then I'll do 5 to place and 4 to win. All right, John. So what is coming up next week? We still have some good racing next week at Saratoga, the Breeders' Cup Challenge race, the Grade 1 Alabama.
Yeah, I think the Pacific Classic in Del Mar's coming up soon.
That is the very next week. In 2 weeks, the Pacific Classic, the Del Mar Handicap, and the 4-Star Dave Handicap at Saratoga. There will be 3 Breeders' Cup Challenge races in 2 weeks.
I'm sure next week they'll have some terrific races too, because they do that for the whole month of July and August when they're at Saratoga and Del Mar. Everyday stake races, and they pile them up on weekends. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. Tune in Thursday night, and you'll get a quick preview of what we're doing for Saturday.
Thank you, John. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
Stay safe, be well, and I'll talk to you during the week.
Take care. All right, that's John Hardoon, and I'm going to let John go just to explain, in case you tuned in on this show first. Maybe you did on accident. And you're going, oh, I missed out on the first 4 horses. We have that available on demand as well. So actually what was happening was I was leaning over my board here. I got too close, and I hit the keyboard, and luckily I checked to see if everything was okay, because I hit the keyboard, and then I checked to see if everything was okay, and it wasn't. It had said stop recording, and so that was right after the 4th horse. So once, which was in that 7th race, the Ballerina. So as soon as we were done with Bellafina in the 7th race, that's when we picked things up on this show. On this, you can call it part 2, part B of our 2-part shows on Friday night. So anyway, like I said, if you picked up this show first, check back. Look, you'll see a 6-minute or plus first show, and that's the one. Let me see here, just so you know, neither one of us did take any of those first 4 horses in the Ballerina. So we passed on those horses. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't hear why, because 2 of the horses were heavy favorites, and actually 2 out of the 3 favorites that we decided to play against. So we did tell you why. And Cookie Dough, the 2, was a long shot that I do think is worth potentially putting into your exactas or trifectas, but we just didn't, or I didn't. All right. Anyway, that'll do it. So we'll see you again on Thursday when we recap this Saturday's action and then preview next week's action. And again, best of luck. We're 7 out of our last 10. Let's hope we can keep that streak alive, and hopefully it's earning some extra money in your pockets, because it's helping us out, no question. It could help out more. You ever get those situations when you're on a hot streak, and it always seems like sometimes you're on a hot streak when you don't have a lot to invest in? That's the kind of thing that happens to me a lot. Like, I'll have good investment money, and then not a good week. Not a good week. And then I'm down to like hardly not much to invest in. And then I have a really good week. Like last week, I hit both races on this show. I hit the NASCAR Cup race with Brad Keselowski, and I hit Justin Thomas winning in the WGC golf tournament. So I had a 4-for-4 week. That doesn't happen a lot, but it happened to be on a week that I didn't have a lot to invest in. Just seems to be the way it works, but what are you going to do? All right, for John Hardoon and Greg DePalma, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And whenever you subscribe to this channel, or you follow us on Twitter at PrimeSN, we will let you know exactly when these shows pop up and are available. This way you don't have to guess and search and go, it's not up there yet. It's not up there yet. So best way to know when these shows are available, follow us on Twitter and subscribe right here on our YouTube channel.